Good evening and thanks for choosing THV 11 News at 6. I'm Jurnee Taylor.
And I am Hoyt. Now, when the weather is this nice at this time of year, you're always waiting for the other shoe to drop. Well, meteorologist Nathan Scott starts us off tonight to tell us whether we can relax this week. Nathan?
Oh, Rolly, why you gotta be so pessimistic? Yes, we do have some nice weather out there right now. Let's enjoy that before we talk about what happens later this week. But here's rain chances. Pleasant weather for tomorrow. Then the rain chances, they do start to go up. It looks like the best chance of rain right now will be happening on Friday. Enjoy this evening, ladies and gentlemen. Temperatures are into the 70s. Got a few high clouds drifting their way across parts of the state. The numbers go from the 70s into the 60s. We'll hang on to mostly clear to partly cloudy skies. Eventually, the numbers will drop down into the mid to upper 40s to begin your Tuesday. 50 around here in the metro. More clouds expected to develop into southwest Arkansas as the night wears on. And those clouds will be more prolific here into southwest Arkansas, more sunshine east Arkansas. So numbers will warm up into the mid to upper 70s. I think we'll stay dry. Small chance it could be a shower down into South Arkansas. I'll have more on that rain chance on Friday, which does include the potential that we could see some strong, possibly severe thunderstorms later in the forecast.
All right, Nathan, thank you.
Yeah, scary situation and a traffic nightmare along I-40 this morning. State troopers say someone with road rage forced them to close the highway. Hopefully you didn't have this a part of your commute this morning. Troopers say someone reported gunfire around 8:30 right near the North Hills exit. A state police alert said someone did get hurt, but they are expected to be okay. We're still waiting on details of who opened fire or why they even did it. RDOT said all lanes were reopened by 10 a.m.
Case, just one incident troopers have been dealing with on
This busy Monday, and all while they step up enforcement during Distracted Driving Awareness Month. The latest data show more than 3,200 people lost their lives in 2024 nationwide because they had their eyes or attention somewhere other than the road. It's about 9 people every day. Here in Arkansas, different rules vary based on the age when it comes to who can have cell phones behind the wheel.
Anyone under the age of 18 cannot be on their phone at all, not even hands-free. The only exception is an emergency. If you're between the ages of 18 and 21, the only way you can be on your phone is hands-free. But the only way you would be able to put the receiver up to your ear is during an emergency.
Now, the minimum penalty for a first-time distracted driving offense starts at $25 and can go up to $200. A second offense, now it's getting pricey, from $50 up to $500.
Democratic candidate for Pulaski County Judge Wendell Griffin presented his resolution for data centers in the county. Griffin raised several safety concerns about the proposed data centers. He also pointed to the Arkansas Data Centers Act of 2023, noting the county currently lacks a clear land use plan to manage this type of development. Griffin added that the high-intensity digital infrastructure tied to these projects would be classified as heavy industrial use, meaning they would need to meet stricter zoning and planning requirements in the county.
Well, a notorious Little Rock apartment complex, once the center of lawsuits, is now under new management and a new name. The property near the corner of South University and Asher, formerly known as Big Country Chateau, now advertised as Hampshire at Casona. Units are listed for rent online. City inspectors shut the complex down in 2023 following years of complaints, code violations, and eventually a lawsuit from the Attorney General against the landlord. It's unclear what renovations have been completed before new tenants began moving in. The new owner bought the property at a foreclosure auction back in March of 2024. Real estate records list the new owner as Big Country Note, LLC, controlled by Alter Gordon of Central New Jersey. Now, the previous owners also came from that part of New Jersey, but Little Rock officials are encouraged so far by the direction, sending us a statement that you see there on your screen, framing the effort to create more affordable housing in the city.
Well, authorities in Louisiana are trying to figure out what led to a mass shooting over the weekend that left 8 children dead.
Yeah, the victims, including 3 boys and 5 girls, ranging in age from 3 to 11. And as Jason Allen reports, the alleged gunman is the father of 7 of those children.
A memorial with balloons and teddy bears is growing outside the Shreveport home where 8 children were found dead early Sunday morning.
There are no words that can fully capture the depth of this loss. No words that can ease the pain.
Authorities say the first 911 call came in at 5:55 in the morning from a person hiding on the roof of the house, while the suspect, later identified as 31-year-old Shamar Elkins, was inside. About 4 minutes later, dispatch was advised Elkins shot everyone at the home before going to another location.
The caller stated that her boyfriend had shot her, taken her 3 children, and fled the scene.
The shooting spree resulted in the deaths of 8 children, ranging in age from 3 to 11. 7 of them were Elkins' own children. He died during a confrontation with police after hijacking a car and leading them on a high-speed chase.
We are not sure there was an exchange of gunfire. It has not been determined yet what was the exact cause of death.
Investigators said the gunman also shot 2 women who were both mothers to his children. They both survived with serious injuries.
Domestic violence is nobody's joke. It is real, and these are the residual effects of what happens if we're not paying attention.
Elkins served in the Louisiana Army National Guard between 2013 and 2020, but did not deploy. He was placed on probation in 2019 after pleading guilty to an illegal weapons charge. Jason Allen, CBS News, Shreveport, Louisiana.
A memorial vigil is planned again tonight.
Well, will they or won't they? Those are the mixed signals coming from Iranian leaders over whether they plan to resume peace talks with the U.S. The 2-week ceasefire between the countries expires tomorrow night. Pakistan is preparing to host a possible second round of talks between the two countries, but Iran has started the day saying it doesn't plan to attend. That hardline stance came after the U.S. Navy seized an Iranian ship that failed to comply with a blockade near the Strait of Hormuz. Marines boarded that vessel after ships fired warning shots. And now, President Trump has resumed threats against Iranian infrastructure if the ceasefire is not extended.
Bridges, power plants that are run by the IRGC, which runs the entire military, are absolute legitimate military targets.
President Trump said on social media the U.S. is offering what he called a fair and reasonable deal, but warned the ceasefire is unlikely to be extended without an agreement. The developments set the price of oil back up slightly in trading today after steep declines before the weekend. Coming up, see how a new hands-on program is helping students explore career paths before they graduate and what they're learning right now.
And when the Supreme Court struck down the president's tariffs, companies said, we want our money back. Now, they might get that money back. Find out if any of those refunds trickled down to you, the consumer.
And that front that moved through on Saturday brought us a pretty good chunk of some cooler air, but did not bring us much rainfall. Less than a tenth at Little Rock Airport, so now the rainfall deficit for the past 7 months at Little Rock is over 15 inches. We do have some rain in my 7-day forecast. I'll let you know how much we could see coming up.